Welcome to the Explainer. I am so excited to jump into this one today because we're going to be uncovering the invisible physics hiding in plain sight all around us. We usually think of machines as these complex marvels, right? Full of wires, circuits, and microchips. But the reality? It's actually far more elegant. In this Explainer, we're going to completely change the way you look at your kitchen, your surroundings, and honestly, even your own two hands.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our roadmap for today. We're going to start with how these machines are hidden in plain sight, and then we'll look at your very own built-in biological machines. From there, we'll zoom out to explore the everyday machine laboratory of our homes, go on a real-world simple machine hunt, and finally, look way back to see how these exact concepts literally built the ancient world.
So, part 1, hidden in plain sight. We often think of the 6 simple machines, the lever, the pulley, the wedge, as these abstract concepts you leave behind in middle school textbooks. But I want to challenge your perception right now. Did you know you are a machine? Seriously, think about that for a second. Before we even look at the tools we build, we really have to look at the ultimate tool we inhabit.
Which brings us to section 2, your built-in machines.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what I mean. If you remember studying the skeletal and muscular systems, this is where biology perfectly overlaps with physics. When we look at a classic lever, we need 3 basic things: a rigid bar, a pivot point, which is called a fulcrum, and a force that pulls. Notice how your body mirrors this exact setup. Your bones act as that rigid bar, your joints are the fulcrum, and your muscles provide the pulling force. Take your arm, for example. Your arm is literally a lever. Your elbow acts as the perfect fulcrum, your bicep muscle provides the pulling force near that pivot, and your hand at the other end gets to lift the load. It's a living, breathing machine. How cool is that? And your arm isn't just a one-off coincidence either. Let's look at a couple of other bodily machines. Take your front teeth. They have this thin, sharp edge designed to bite into food and split it apart, right? Well, mechanically speaking, your front teeth are wedges. Or consider your wrist. It allows your hand to rotate so you can turn objects like doorknobs. Your wrist operates just like a wheel and axle system. These simple machines are quite literally built into your anatomy. Okay, let's move on to section 3, the everyday machine laboratory. Let's zoom out from biology to your immediate surroundings, starting right inside the kitchen. Guys, the kitchen is incredibly dense with simple machines. Ready for a rapid fire? A knife pushing food apart is a wedge. Twisting a jar lid, that relies on a screw. That faucet handle you turn, you're operating a wheel and axle. Even just sweeping the floor turns your broom into a lever, with your hands acting as the fulcrum. And if you step outside to the garage, that ramp leading inside is a classic inclined plane. Our homes are absolutely packed with these mechanical advantages. And it doesn't stop there. Even moving into a place of rest, like your bedroom, you literally can't escape mechanics. Flipping a light switch, you're operating a lever. Opening your window blinds in the morning utilizes a pulley system. Opening your dresser, those drawer handles work just like wheel and axle systems. And the very furniture holding your clothes, and hey, the bed holding you up, is constructed using the mechanical grip of screws. Let's step outside to the playground for a second. A playground is essentially a giant simple machine laboratory where children experiment with physics every single day without even realizing it. The seesaw is a perfect lever. The slide is just a giant, really fun inclined plane. The flagpole rope hoisting up the school colors is a pulley. The merry-go-round spinning everyone dizzy is a massive wheel and axle. And the heavy-duty bolts keeping all that playground equipment safely together are, of course, screws. Now for section 4, the simple machine hunt. So we've talked a lot about the theory. Now let's shift gears to how you can actually spot these out in the wild with a structured activity. Next time you walk through your space, whether it's an office, a cafeteria, or your own home, try this observation exercise. All you really need is a partner, some paper, and sharp eyes. Walk through at least 3 rooms. Look actively for objects. Identify the specific simple machine and write down how it helps redirect force. Take scissors, for instance. They aren't just a cutting tool. They're a really clever combination of a lever and a wedge working together. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that this chart is the exact methodology you can use to record your findings. By structuring your observations into categories like this, mapping the object itself, the machine type, and the specific mechanical assistance it provides, you transition from merely looking at objects to truly observing the invisible mechanics of the world around you.
If you want to test your observational skills, I challenge you to spot at least 10 hidden machines throughout your day. Hit that target? Better yet, try to find a real-world example of all 6 types: the lever, wheel and axle, pulley, inclined plane, wedge, and screw. Can you find the whole shebang? Oh, and here is a surprising fact to keep in mind while you're looking. Pulleys are statistically the hardest machines for people to spot in the wild. Keep a really close eye out for them. Remember our hint earlier about window blinds? And also don't forget to check hinges and door handles because those are places where mechanical advantages absolutely love to hide. Finally, we arrive at Section 5, Building the Ancient World. To wrap up our explainer today, let's zoom out one final time to a massive, grand historical scale. People have been using these simple machines for thousands of years, way before they ever had formal scientific names. Looking at the timeline chronologically, in ancient Egypt, workers built the magnificent pyramids using inclined planes, or ramps, and levers. Moving forward to ancient Rome, Roman engineers used wedges to cut stone for their vast network of roads, and they utilized screws to press olives for oil. And over in ancient Greece, builders used pulleys and levers to construct those breathtaking temples. Human civilization was literally built using the exact same playground physics we just discussed. To truly appreciate the scale here, think about this fact. Those Egyptian levers and inclined planes moved solid stone blocks that weighed as much as a modern-day school bus. A school bus. The raw physical scale is just staggering. Without the mechanical advantage provided by these exact simple machines, those colossal wonders of the ancient world simply could never have been built by human hands. So the crucial point is this: simple machines are some of the oldest technology in human history, and we still use every single one of them today. It's wild to think about, but the exact same physics that allowed the ancients to raise massive pyramids are the physics operating your jaw right now as you chew, or helping you pull open a heavy door. Our entire modern world sits squarely on this ancient foundation. As you walk away from this explainer today, I highly encourage you to view your environment through this brand new mechanical lens. The world is a beautifully complex place, but at its core, it's driven by remarkably simple mechanics. So which simple machine will you discover next? Keep your eyes open, have a blast on your simple machine hunt, and I'll see you in the next explainer.